I lost 4 kilos or just under 9 pounds in 2 weeks without even trying, and I'm going to share with you the method I used to do this. If you're wondering who I am, so my name is Quincy, and I'm a self taught world level athlete nutritionist. I've coached a world level athlete, I've coached numerous national level athletes, as well as just amateurs who want to improve their health. I was laughing because it's like, why am I like putting athletes that are amateurs down? Whatever. As you can see on the graph, 2 weeks ago, so it's currently the 14th of June, so end of May last month, I was 76 kilos. I'm pretty, like, I was floating between like 75 and 76, but like, I got above 76 kilo at one point, so I can claim that I lost 4 kilos in 2 weeks, you know? Um, so to be totally transparent, yeah, before I get into any explaining, I think of these 4 kilos, about 1 kilo is just like body water. I think 1 kilo is going to be weight of the food in my digestive tract, things like fiber, indigestible parts of food, etc. And I think 2 kilos are actually fat. So, like, it's not like I've lost 4 kilos of fat, I've just lost 4 kilos of mass. But I mean, obviously, those are different things, and fat mass is a subcategory of mass. So now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to talk you through the method I used to do this without trying again, because that's the whole point. So, obsess. What I did, instead of eating, and I even like drastically cut down the frequency I go to the gym, is I obsessed over my work. My mouth is dry. I just So I'm obviously a coach and a nutritionist, so I spend a lot of my work, analyzing diets and stuff and chatting to people and networking as well as I'm currently working on a big project of mine that's soon going to be hopefully making me enough money to move out. But yeah, I basically just obsessed over work. And at least for me personally, if I don't eat, my mind and my like mental power is just so much better for work, especially because my work is quite cognitive as well. Just having that ability to forego eating entirely as a part of my day just gives me so much time and so much like mental clarity that I can pour directly into my work. So you need to have something to obsess over. This is the same advice they give to people that are like addicted to a substance or a habit is an addiction is weirdly kind of like an obsession. And so, what you need to do is you need to replace the addiction with something else you can now obsessively spend time on. Because if you get rid of the addiction, but you never fill that time and that energy with a new thing, you're just going to go back to the addiction because it's the last thing your brain's like knowing how to do. I should have said that better, but it's like basically it's the thing your brain will go back to instantly when you fill in the gap. Okay, regardless, so you need to find something to obsess over. So for me this was work. For you it doesn't have to be a work, it can be something else entirely. It can be education, for example, if you're a student, or even if you're just trying to self-educate. But you need to find something to obsess over. So that's the first thing I'll say. And then the second thing, this is the last thing of the video, by the way, so after this you can just click off. It's I like the feeling of hunger. I'm going to increase the brightness. And so the second and final piece of advice for this video is that you need to start liking the feeling of hunger. So me personally, I love food and I love eating. And the opposite of eating is not eating. So you'd think that if I love eating, I don't like or I hate not eating. But I actually love the feeling of hunger. So just because it's like the opposite side of the coin doesn't mean that I don't like it. You can enjoy both sides of the coin basically. But all I'm trying to say is that liking something is a skill and you can teach yourself to like something. And so before you come at me saying that, oh, I can never learn to like hunger, I hate hunger. Don't you know that because I'm fat, I've got more ghrelin and I've got more hunger? Look, I understand all that, but I'm giving you advice to help you from your perspective. You shouldn't be coming at me. I'm only trying to do you a favor, right? So, my piece of advice that I'm going to give to you How I lost 4 kilos in 2 weeks is you pick something else to obsess over. Can be a passion, something you want to learn about, maybe just your work. If you're a businessman, it's your business. That's part one. And part two is teach yourself to like the feeling of hunger. Hunger is not a bad thing. We used to eat once every 3 days back in the caveman days. We've not changed that much, it's just the environment around us has changed. And now, for some reason, everyone's eating food like 6 times a day. Now, if your goal is like gaining weight, let's say you're an athlete and you need the calories, that's different. But if you clicked on this video to lose weight, then you're not that type of person. So don't be afraid of just not eating and start enjoying the feeling of hunger. As a last piece of advice, you can also use a mental pre-frame or like a mental, um, basically the way you talk to yourself matters a lot. And so it's a lot is about the story you tell yourself. So if I tell myself I hate hunger and hunger is bad and hunger is a painful feeling, then I'm going to feel that way. But like the story I tell myself, which is how I feel, is that I love the feeling of hunger and that hunger gives me energy and hunger makes me so much more present in conversation with people and just going about my day. And I love the feeling of hunger just like I love eating. I just need to pick which one I want to focus on now. That's the video. This is how I lost 4 kilos in 2 weeks. I'm probably going to gain back about 2 kilos of those in the next like week or so. So I'm not saying this is permanent, but I did factually lose 4 kilos in 2 weeks. So this is my advice. It's a bit unconventional because most people are going to tell you about calories and this and that, and that's true to an extent, but that's not what I did. I'm going to tell you what I did. And so what I did is I picked something to obsess over, and I just like hunger anyway. So that's the video. If you like this video, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.